Ever thought of buying a house in the coldest states of the US? Well, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a chilly adventure that'll make you want to reach for the nearest parka. We're not just talking about a light dusting of snow here, folks. We're talking about the kind of cold that makes your breath freeze before it leaves your lips. The kind of cold that has you dreaming about tropical beaches and sun-kissed sands. In this video, we'll be exploring the frosty frontiers of 5 of the chilliest states in America. From the icy plains of Vermont to the frigid peaks of Alaska, we're taking you on a whirlwind tour that's sure to send shivers down your spine. And remember, if you're thinking about settling down in any of these winter wonderlands, a good coat isn't just a fashion statement, it's a survival necessity. So grab your thermals as we dive into our frosty countdown. Starting our countdown at number 5, we have the charming state of Vermont. Now, Vermont isn't just about maple syrup and scenic mountain ranges. Oh no, it's also about winter, and I mean real winter. The kind that makes you question why you ever complained about summer heat. In Vermont, winter isn't just a season, it's a lifestyle. The average winter temperature hovers around a chilly 12 degrees Fahrenheit. But don't worry, it can sometimes drop to a bone-chilling -30. You heard it right, folks. -30. It's almost like Mother Nature went, let's turn Vermont into a giant freezer for half the year. And boy, does she deliver. Snowfall? Vermont's got it in spades. We're talking about a whopping 80 inches annually. That's taller than your average NBA player. It's like living in a snow globe that someone shook up and then forgot to put down. If you've ever dreamed of building an army of snowmen in your backyard, Vermont has got you covered. Literally. But here's the kicker. Montpelier, the state capital, is one of the coldest state capitals in the country. It's like they saw the rest of the state and said, you think that's cold? Hold my maple syrup. Now, what does this mean for homeowners, you ask? Well, aside from the fact that you'll be investing in thermal underwear and snow boots, Vermont's unique weather conditions can actually be a boon for homeowners. These cold temperatures mean less pests to worry about. Plus, there's something truly magical about a Vermont home blanketed in fresh snow. And let's not forget about the winter activities. Skiing, snowboarding, ice fishing, you name it, Vermont's got it. So if you're the type who thrives in the cold and doesn't shy away from a little or a lot of snow, Vermont is your winter wonderland. So if you're a fan of snowball fights, Vermont might just be the place for you. Moving on to number 4, North Dakota, where the cold doesn't bother the locals. North Dakota, where the winters are so cold they'd make a polar bear shiver. But it's not just about the chill factor. It's the way the state embraces it. You see, North Dakota is a place where Jack Frost isn't just nipping at your nose, he's giving it a full-on frostbite. The state holds the record for the lowest temperature ever recorded in the United States outside of Alaska. We're talking a bone-chilling -60 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, you heard it right, -60. That's cold enough to freeze your hot coffee before you've even had your first sip. But it's not just the temperature that makes North Dakota a winter wonderland. It's also the frequency of blizzards. The state is no stranger to heavy snowfall, with some areas seeing up to 100 inches of snow in a single season. Now you might be wondering, how does this icy climate impact housing in North Dakota? Well, let me tell you, this is where the state's chilly charm really comes into play. The extreme weather conditions demand houses with good insulation. Homes here are built tough, designed to withstand the harshest of winters. They come equipped with high-quality insulation, energy-efficient heating systems, and double, even triple glazed windows to keep the heat in and the cold out. And let's not forget about the cozy fireplaces. There's nothing quite like curling up by a roaring fire when it's a winter wonderland outside. Plus, the snow-covered landscapes create a beautiful backdrop that you can enjoy from the warmth of your own home. So if you're someone who loves the cold, who finds beauty in the frosty landscapes, who enjoys the sound of crunching snow under your boots, and who doesn't mind bundling up in layers of clothing, then North Dakota is the place for you. It's a state that offers a unique living experience, one where the cold weather is not just endured, but celebrated. If you're someone who likes to chill out, North Dakota is the place to be. Coming in at number 3, we have Maine, the state that gives new meaning to winter wonderland. Now, when we say winter wonderland, let's be clear. We're not talking about a light dusting of snow on Christmas morning. No. In Maine, Winter is a full-on, no-holds-barred, bring-your-woolly mittens kind of affair. It's the state where snowflakes don't just fall, they descend in an epic flurry, ready to transform the landscape into a frosty paradise. Maine is a state that experiences long, cold winters, often stretching from late October all the way through to early April, and when we say cold, we're talking temperatures that can dip below 0 Fahrenheit. It's the kind of cold that makes you question if it's possible for your breath to freeze mid-air. And then there's the snow. Oh, the snow! Maine is notorious for its heavy snowfall, with the state often clocking in impressive numbers. It's not uncommon for the pine tree state to get more than 100 inches of snow in a single season. That's right, 100 inches. That's a lot of snowmen. But what does this mean for you, the potential homeowner? Well, it means that there are some serious considerations to keep in mind when buying a house in Maine. One of the most important elements to consider is the roof of your potential home. You'll want a roof that's not only sturdy but also designed to handle the weight of all that snow. A weak roof in Maine is like a chocolate teapot, pretty useless. Of course, the cold and snow also bring with them a unique charm. Imagine cozying up by the fire with a hot cup of cocoa while the snow gently falls outside, or waking up to a world blanketed in fresh, white snow. There's a beauty to Maine's winters that's hard to beat. So, if you're the type of person who loves the idea of living in a real-life snow globe, and you're not afraid of a little frostbite now and then, Maine could be the perfect match for you. If you're all about the winter vibes, Maine is your perfect match. At number 2, we have Montana, where the cold is just part of the package. This state is known for its breathtaking landscapes, but also for its chilly weather. Don't be surprised if you find yourself bundled up in layers of clothing, even in the middle of the day. Montana's winter temperatures can drop to extreme lows, often dipping below 0. The wind chill factor is another thing to keep in mind, as it can make the already freezing temperatures feel even colder. It's not unusual for the feels-like temperature to be in the negative double digits. What does this mean for homeowners? Well, you'll definitely need an efficient heating system. Think radiant floor heating, or even a cozy fireplace. And let's not forget about insulation. A well-insulated home is crucial in a state like Montana, where the cold can be relentless. But it's not all about survival. There's a beauty to Montana's winters that is simply unmatched. The snow-covered landscapes, the clear winter skies, it's all part of the Montana experience. And if you're someone who enjoys winter sports, then you're in for a treat. The state boasts some of the best ski resorts in the country, and the cold weather is just perfect for a day on the slopes. So yes, Montana is cold. But if you're prepared for it, and if you embrace it, you might just find that it's part of what makes this state so special. If you're an avid skier, Montana's cold might just be a perk. And finally, at number 1, we have Alaska, the undisputed king of cold. You might think you've experienced winter, but until you've spent a season in Alaska, you're just an amateur. This icy wonderland redefines the term cold, boasting temperatures that can plummet to a mind-numbing 60 degrees below 0. Yes, you heard it right, 60 below. But it's not just the bone-chilling cold you'll be wrestling with. Alaska is also famed for its long, dark winters. Imagine this: you step out of your cozy, well-insulated home one morning, hot coffee in hand, only to find that the sun has decided to take a vacation. For about 2 months. That's right, in some parts of Alaska, the sun barely peeks over the horizon from late November to mid-January. And speaking of cozy, well-insulated homes, let's talk about what it takes to be a homeowner in this frigid paradise. First off, extra insulation is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. Your heating system? It better be as reliable as a St. Bernard in a snowstorm. And don't even get me started on the snow removal. You'll need more than a shovel and some elbow grease to tackle the Alaskan snowfall. So if you're a true lover of the cold, Alaska is your ultimate destination. It's not just a state, it's an adventure, a test of endurance, and a love letter to winter.